live.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you're coming to us under 6 feet of snow and pounds of ice, it's been a cold one throughout the southeastern region where most of us are based. Um, Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come out here and watch Iowa, led by DeJuan McMurray, upstart first-year head coach, taking on Big Slime, uh, GTR along with the sauce, and the Georgia Bulldogs. And by this point in the season, you probably already know what all these two teams are about. I've got AD with me in the booth. AD, talk to me about the outlook on this one.
Yeah, fascinating matchup here, Hail State. You got Big Slime in his first year with the Dogs. Really electrifying quarterback he has there. You know, I think he's kind of gotten back to his roots this season, running the ball, throwing some Wildcat in there. And then you got DJ over there at Iowa who, you know, has had a really great year at Iowa with a lower rated team. So look forward to a great matchup today.
Team he did inherit, yeah. Iowa's two losses came to Washington in the regular season, who they beat last time out in the first round of the playoff, and then USC in the Big Ten title game. And Georgia obviously undefeated, 13-0, two wins over Auburn, and South Florida. I'm sure there's a couple more that I'm leaving out, but we'll see what happens here. The kickoff is up in the Caesars Superdome. We're here for the Allstate Sugar Bowl. Winner goes on to play the winner of USC and Oregon. So that rematch of, I believe it was the Sugar Bowl last year. Maybe it was the Cotton Bowl. I can't exactly remember. And that would complete the north side of the bracket. But big things happening all around the league. Shocking upsets, major developments. As White Helton on the first carry, direct snap gets 3.
See Iowa coming out, cover 4 quarters, bringing those safeties up. That's kind of the defense he likes to run, Hail State, and he's very good at it. And Big Slime, first play of the game, you know, he's going to run the ball, run the darn ball. So it's kind of the motto of there, Georgia.
Very tight defense, very close up to the line. Safety's not giving much room. Trying to get keep everything in front of them, obviously. His motion goes, handoff to White Helton again. Helton to the edge, gets a gain of 4, bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, Dogs continuing to pound the ball. I think we're going to see a lot of that today. You know, the question is, can Iowa figure out a way to stop the run? Georgia, very talented. Their roster, top to bottom, might be the best in the country, Hail State.
Well, this is a deceiving formation. This is Wildcat, but the quarterback is the one lined up to take the snap anyway. They'll motion White Helton in. It'll be a blast up the middle. He is hit hard at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th and short.
Big hit there from the Iowa linebacker.
I don't think that he's even going to think twice about this. We know Sauce. He likes to recruit the best punters in the country just to let them sit on the sideline. It's 4th and 3. He's going for it.
This is 4-down territory, no question, Hail State. I mean, come on, man. Playoffs, Big Slime.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a punter on the team, but, you know.
We'll see what happens here. Does he keep it on the ground? Does he want to make a play in the air here? Trips out to the left. Wilburn dropping back. Zig route. Bread and butter. Fighting for the yardage. He gets it by a yard.
Nice play there. Familiar looking play, Hail State. That's a play that I have in my playbook, and it's a great play. Really.
Seems like he sets up that tight, looking for a crossing route, audibles off to a zig, and that inside-outside contrast is hard to cover for the defense. Now they'll give it back to Wilburn in the shotgun. Wilburn was one away from breaking it, but he gets pulled down after a gain of 5.
Yeah, he's Wilburn, just an explosive athlete. You know, a lot of people felt like he might should have won the Heisman Trophy, but strong finish by McKell from Vanderbilt took home the Heisman. But Wilburn, fantastic year all season long.
Over the Heisman receiver from Vanderbilt. Hand off to White Helton. He's got the first down and a little bit of room now across the 50 down to the 49. Yeah, that's something I did want to mention. Had a very wild first round. Multiple top seeds going down at home. Trying to remember what the fourth game was. It was Oregon over Arizona State. Mississippi State over Baylor, as we see a jump off that left tackle, bring up first and 15. Coastal over Vandy. And who was the fourth playoff game?
Iowa
It
and
was
Washington.
Iowa and Washington, obviously. Iowa over Washington. So that was your results in the first round. Obviously, some things we didn't expect, some things we did expect. But we'll see Mississippi State and TCU in the Orange Bowl later today. And we don't know when Oregon and USC are set to play, nor Syracuse and Coastal, as Wilburn looks to go deep. Wilburn's in trouble. Got to get rid, and he does.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hell State playoff time. You get in the dance. I mean, everybody's got a chance. So we see Coach Brink join the party here. I don't know. We might have him on the sidelines.
Man who hasn't made the dance in quite some time. Bring up second and 15. You got to be thinking here, if you're Big Slime, you got to run this pass game here on second and 15 as you see that quick little route. Pringle Jr. gets the gain of 11, and that's exactly what you needed. Sauce, historically at least, known for his run. At least previous teams, you go into the game thinking you got to make him throw the ball and you have a shot. But it seems like with the weapons all around him, you really don't. That really is not an issue for him this year. Bring up third and 4. He'll go to the pass game again. Yep, he's got a man wide open. That's White Helton out of the backfield. He may just take it to the house. He's inside the 10, pulled down at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Big Slime, very patient on this opening drive. Just doing what he needs to do to move the ball down the field, not getting in a hurry, not looking deep. Just dinking and dunking, moving the ball. So good opening drive.
Clock control here. 1:44 left in the first. Wilburn keeps it. Burst of speed.
Play.
Doesn't get caught. Touchdown, Georgia.
A play on the read option there. Look at the dance moves there, Hell State.
Yeah, he said he quote in the SEC title game, that's one of my new favorites.
Big Slime, always very, very knowledgeable of all the celebrations. Every time I see number 1 out there at quarterback, Hell State, it just makes me think of what could have been for Justin Fields with the real-life Bulldogs. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, though.
Kickoff will go into the back of the end zone in Iowa. Can't say I've watched too much Iowa football this year, so we'll see what they've got. Offensive line a little underrated for their matchups on the other side today. Smith's in at quarterback. Iowa in true Iowa fashion has a white running back. They'll hand it off to him first play. He'll get 3 yards.
I think with Iowa, we're going to see a good mixture of running the ball, passing the ball. I think they're going to mix it up, keep the dogs on their toes.
The Iowa Hawkeyes historically are just known for very stout defenses, very good tight ends, and not very good offense. But that's a dot there, finding his man in between the coverage. Orlando Smith starting the game off hot with the first down.
Good pass there from the Iowa quarterback. Just put it right on the money, found the open window.
Look at the fresh set. Smith dropping back. That's an angle screen. Oh, I love me a good angle screen, but it's not going to work out for him.
Hell State special angle screen. Shout out to the angle screen.
It's a good one. But Elijah Griffith in to make that stop. It can go haywire for you. I remember playing Slime in the Rose Bowl a couple seasons ago, and one of my defensive linemen recognized it, picked it up, took it back to the house. So it's not foolproof. But
yeah,
a very high success rate nonetheless. Smith now by himself, and he's just going to get – there's the tight end, and he's got the first down to the 35.
Yeah, that's the same with the comeback route. Hell State. I've fallen in love with the comeback route here on CFP 26. That's another route that high success rate, but it can be disastrous, as it was for me last night. So, those things happen.
UGA loading this box. Iowa in a tight formation. They're going to hand it off anyway. Dole makes a cut. Good cut there to avoid the pressure. Gets a gain of 9.
I have no idea how he got up the middle there.
Dahl is his name. Brevin Dahl. 114 carries, 921 yards, 22 touchdowns. So he's been having a very successful season. And we'll see if they run a play here before the end of the first quarter. All their guys are out to the right side of the field here, and we will not snap it.
A competitive game here so far, Hail State.
Yeah, we'll see what Iowa can do to punch this in. Certainly feel like you got to have 7.
You got to keep pace with this.
I feel like kicking field goals is not how you win games at this point in the season.
Got to keep pace with this
QB
Georgia.
blast. Smith, does he have the speed? He does have the speed, and Iowa's going to answer back.
What an
That's
opening.
A little QB zone. I love a good QB keeper, too. But
tell you what, Hail State, the mobile quarterback on 26 might be the move.
I think it's got to be. I mean, you think of Chadwick at USC last year, really the only pocket passing QB, and he still had some wheels on him at times. Really the only mainly pocket passing QB to get it done. I had Chapin and Camario in season 1, and you had obviously, what's his name?
Levitt,
Levitt in season 2. So yeah, mobile quarterback, definitely a weapon to be reckoned with.
Yeah, I'd say that's one thing that the past couple games I've played, I would not have minded to have had a quarterback with a little bit more speed out there. Just kind of adds another dimension.
And he will actually pitch it out there. He's got good blocks. Can he make a tackle? That's a great open field tackle there by that young man, number 37, number 32 rather, on White Helton there. Gain of 6. I feel like every time you see that man in motion off a Wildcat, if you're playing sauce, you just kind of hold your breath and hope and pray, because he takes that to the house routinely.
Yeah, it's something, you got to be prepared for the cat whenever you play Big Slime. You know it's coming.
Motion a man. West End. Motions him back into the slot. Now they'll hand it off to White Helton. He fights through a tackle, gets a first down.
Hey, shout out to the West End, Hail State.
Out West End. And they'll direct snap it to Helton this time. He picks up a couple blocks. Helton goes outside. If he cut in, he might have had it.
Say it looked like he had a hole if he cut to the inside. Had a lot of daylight. It was easy to say up here in the booth.
A lot of Jacoby Wilburn seems mainly the guy that gets all the praise, if you will. So we have a pause here, but White Helton has been the guy carrying the load so far for the Dogs.
White Helton has been fantastic this year for the Dogs. Converted wide receiver, Hail State. He is another one of those real life guys. Converted wide receiver, speed guy for sure.
Got to get the ebook. Let you know which receivers to swap over.
Absolutely.
Now Wilburn on the keeper.
Oh, he's got daylight.
He has green. He has daylight. No one's going to catch him. And the Dogs.
Oh, there goes that dance again.
Just perfect misdirection there. You get everybody running with Helton trying to get to the edge. Wilburn pulls it, and he's got nothing but daylight in front of him.
And there again, like we said, Hail State, Big Slime getting back to his roots. Run first guy, Wildcat. That quarterback, Wilburn, he's a problem, man. He's going to be a problem.
The trailing corner, usually it's his assignment to stay home if there's a pull, and he just got fooled by it.
Yeah, the defense looked like that kind of crashed to the, expecting the jet sweep maybe, and just took it right up the middle.
I feel like sometimes though Sauce can get in this pattern of run jet sweep and then fake jet sweep and then run jet sweep and then fake jet sweep. So sometimes if you're on defense, you can sniff him out as Keys has a first down for Iowa. It's a good start to the drive. Smith dropping back. He's going to roll out right. Looking. He wants that man, but he's not going to get him. He's lucky to get out of bounds.
Yeah, good defense there from the Dogs.
One thing I do notice so far, at least early in the game, Georgia always spying a down lineman. They're rushing 3 on a lot of these plays. Dole is going to take advantage of that. Actually, Dole makes the cut. Dole has Green in front of him, and the Hawkeyes strike back.
You see the twitchiness and the cut on that guy, Hell State. Sheesh.
That's beautiful. That's what you like to see if you're a running back coach. Just guys that can stop on a dime. You know, I've struggled with that at times this year, but Iowa claims to have found a guy that can do that.
Yeah, that kid. I don't know what they're feeding him on the farms in Iowa.
Corn, I'm assuming.
A lot of corn. Guy was twitchy and, oh man, quick.
Yeah, as I was saying, Georgia's spying an edge there, rushing 3, and that time it comes back to bite them because Dahl hits that hole that they're just kind of sitting on, not really attacking as well.
Oh my gosh, there it goes
Wilburn
again.
with the cut, and yet again, no one is going to catch this man. That's 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Wow. Guy's got all kinds of dance moves, Hell State. I don't know if he's a better dancer or a better football player, but my gosh.
If
this
young man, for some reason, God forbid, something happens and he's no longer able to play football, he's going to have a career on Dancing with the Stars.
He definitely has a future on Dancing with the Stars. My goodness. But yeah, to go back to what you were saying, Hell State, we're going to see the Dogs come out for defense again on this drive. That's something Big Slime over the years. He is, he spies the DN a lot. That's kind of, and it's effective, man. I mean, kind of puts a lot of these scrambling quarterbacks, it kind of contains them. So not unusual to see Big Slime spy D end out there. And those guys are fast. So definitely good spies.
Well, certainly frustrating for this Iowa offense to get the game tied just for your defense to get it back up in one play, but they're going to go right back to Dole. This kid seems to be the focal point of this Iowa offense.
There goes that man, Hell State.
Seems like every team seems to have at least 1 or 2 cult heroes. I would be willing to bet that there's a lot of Brennan Dole jerseys being sold in Iowa City.
A lot. I got it. We go down with Whipple and Clay Morrow and some of the GTR greats. El Blanco.
Going to run a little 5 wide here. Pressing up. Dropping back. Smith. Going to take the jump out route to Vanderlees. His first catch of the game. He's hit after the play. Iowa fans want a flag on that.
Yeah, they were wanting a late hit. Didn't get it, though.
Iowa 2 start with ball in the second half. So something else you got to think about. He runs RPO. He makes a cut. Dole once again getting a gain of 8 out of something that looked like it might have been blown up.
Yeah, this Dole kid is extremely twitchy.
Bring up 2nd and 2. Smith dropping back, looking. Pressure in his face. He's going to get out of it. Will he throw? He's just going to take off and get the first down.
Yeah, what a scramble there. There again, Hell State, like we said earlier in the broadcast, I mean, that's one of the advantages to having a scrambling quarterback. Everybody was receivers blanketed. He ran 20 yards backfield and got the first down.
One of the most frustrating feelings on defense, you have a guy in the backfield and the quarterback just runs a circle around him and gets free
Very,
anyway.
very frustrating. Bulldogs take a timeout here.
Direct snap there gets blown up, and now Georgia taking a timeout here, maybe possibly thinking about the factoid that Iowa does start with this ball, and now on 2nd and 12, you're almost forced to throw here. Georgia with 3 down linemen. Smith over the middle, wide open. That's what's his name? I don't know, but he gets a first down. Braceful.
Yeah. Went with the conservative catch there. Looked like he could have taken off running. Maybe, doesn't want Georgia to get the ball back.
Well, this clock is ticking now, under 45 seconds left in the half. Smith dropping back, looking. He might have had a guy over the middle. This time he's not going to get that edge. He's going to have to throw it away. Second and 10 now. Smith looking around. Smith wanted the middle, but he's hit as he throws. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Dogs clutching up here in the red zone.
Now 3rd and 10. A lot of barking in the stands. Dropping back. Smith looking over the middle. He goes for the end zone. He gets caught at the 1.
Wow, what a play.
Another magnificently placed ball by Orlando Smith. Now they're going to come up on the goal line. They're lined out wide. Georgia stacking this box. Pressure coming. Smith, can he get out of it? Smith has 2 options, but he throws it away.
Oh, man, yeah, the defense, they dang near brought the whole team on that one.
Once again, lining up empty set now for the Hawkeyes. Smith dropping back. Quick throw. Touchdown, Iowa. That is Reese Vanderzee. Why is there a space between? Okay.
What a name. Reese Vanderzee.
21 seconds left. Iowa is here.
What a big score. Tell you what, Allstate, 21 seconds. We've seen how explosive this Georgia Bulldog offense can be. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I mean,
I know what I would expect if Iowa's done his homework, which I'm assuming he has. These two actually have some history. A lot of ACC title battles in a couple other leagues. Sauce usually getting the upper hand. DJ usually saying it's because of his team overall. Well, the difference is no here. Georgia definitely has the advantage on talent. But if he's done his homework, he knows that's what's coming. It's a jet sweep to White Helton, and he gets pulled down after a gain of 5.
And, every time there at Hell State, you get the feeling that Dogs have a chance to pop one off with that Wildcat.
Almost always. On 2nd and 5. Line-up trips to the left tight end, budged up to the right. Wilburn dropping back, looking. I see danger. I see a lot of danger. He's going to try to make a crossbody throw off his back foot, and it's not going to work out for him. You know, that one safety back there to cover both guys. That was dangerous.
Yeah, you don't want to get too greedy here if you're the Dogs. I mean, you don't want to throw a pick and give them a field goal before half. Wildcat definitely seeming like a safer option.
Yeah, that's what he's going to run here. Fake the blast. He's got the opening. Can he make a man miss? He gets pulled down. And that will do it for the first half. Iowa and Georgia are knotted at 21 going into the second half of the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, what a first half of football, Hell State. Just quality ball being played all around both sides of the field.
And now if you're Iowa, you have a different mindset here. A lot of people honestly expect you to come out here and get blown out. You have proven that this is a ball game, and now, for the first time all game, you have a chance to go down and take the lead.
It's a big opening series for both teams.
Smith sends a man in motion. They'll put him back out in the slot to the left. It's Vanderlee. And they'll hand off to Dole. Dole with a cut, and he gets stuffed at the line. Second and 8. Smith, dump off. Missed tackle. Dole has a break open and down to the 45.
Nice throw out there to the running back. You know, DJ Iowa saw the defense bring in the house, got it out
pressure
quick.
up. Likes to bring a lot of pressure up the gut on that center guard gap. You got to be ready for that if you're Iowa. They're going to completely change the play here.
Not a bad idea.
And they're going to completely flip it open, and that is beautiful there for Iowa. As it was man coverage, Georgia did not get reset fast enough, and Kylan Branty has his first catch of the game for a first down.
Yeah, what an audible there.
Georgia, you need to get some kind of resistance here, and that's the resistance you needed. Loss of 2 on the RPO. Wendell Gregory into the stop.
Dogs getting very aggressive here on this drive.
Second and 12. Georgia backs off. Iowa looking for something now. Down that left side, seemingly. Smith dropping back, looking over the middle. Slant, knocked away, incomplete. Third and 12. Georgia has the opportunity here to get off this field. It'll be empty set for Smith. Launch to the right, wide receivers on either sideline, dropping back, looking over the middle again, caught, first down, Hawkeyes.
What a throw.
Seemingly Iowa's bread and butter on these third and long passing downs. You go over the middle, you run some kind of vertical concept, and it ends up open, and now on first and 10, they get a gain of 9 off of Dahl's run.
Yeah, Iowa's hitting on that crosser over the middle in those third down situations.
You run a post-vert corner concept, and you just leave the middle open. And now it'll be an RPO, a swing gate play. Brantley gets pulled down at the 12.
Another nice play there from the Hawkeyes.
Now with 2:53 to go in the quarter rather. Smith, option play, pitches out, one man to beat, he doesn't. Gets pulled down at the line, actually. Tony Raymond, the junior corner, there to make the play. Awesome. Very wise to click off there.
Yeah, fantastic open field tackle there from Tony Raymond.
Now they're trying to run something. That leaves the edge wide open. Touchdown, Iowa. Tashee Braceful makes the grab, and the Hawkeyes have the lead. That's a beautiful form. I might have to add that to my playbook.
Right. Beautiful throw there from the Iowa quarterback.
He gets him with the middle route on 3rd and 12. They come out expecting something over the middle, leave the corner wide open. Georgia feeling the pressure now, down 7. They'll get this ball back. But if you're Georgia, you almost certainly have to score here to keep up. You cannot afford any empty possessions at this point in the game. Now Wilburn, QB blast. Does he have the edge? Oh my goodness, what a tackle. Caleb Benning just saved the touchdown.
I was going to say, Allstate, if that guy does not make that tackle, then, nothing but green grass.
Well, I mean, you know what? You know Georgia's still going to try to lean on the run game. While they are down, it's certainly not the time to panic for the offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
So
you gotta stay true to your
there's the
identity.
direct snap. White Helton gets the edge. He makes a man miss. He gets a first down.
Like platinum shifty there. White Helton just took off. Looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
Well, here we go. Another Wildcat formation now for Wilburn. Sends the man in motion, White Helton. He'll keep it. Wilburn picks up a block, and he gets pulled down by, is that Caleb again? Yeah, it is. Gain of 2.
Yeah, rare stop there on the Wildcat. We've seen Big Slime have a lot of success with the cat on the keeper there, taking it up the middle with the quarterback.
Backs. Now man's in motion again. They'll try it with Marsh. Blown up in the backfield. The DB comes through and makes the play. Danielle Jackson brings up 3rd and long for the Dogs now. Now the pressure's on the Hawkeye faithful, now making their presence known in the crowd. Georgia almost certainly has to look to throw this ball now.
Yeah, I mean, you would think 3rd and long definitely seems like a passing situation, but I think the Dogs have 2 downs to play with here, so don't have to get it all right away.
3rd and 12, now under a minute left to go in the 3rd. Wilburn looking for something here. Dropping back. Looking, has the corner. There's a man, and it's intercepted by Armstead. Iowa gets the turnover that they need. A jump ball, and Armstead comes down with it, and the Hawkeyes take over.
Wow, what a play by the Iowa cornerback there. He just kind of sat on it, perfectly timed pick.
Pressure coming. Dole not going to go anywhere. 40 seconds left. I think they might let this be the last play, but now Iowa sits in a situation I find myself struggling in. With the lead, chance to go up by 2 scores, which at this point in the game would be catastrophic for UGA, and they just can't get it done. It's like a mental blockade every single time you get the ball here. This will be the last play. Smith gets some good blocking, looking downfield. A beautifully executed comeback route. Took that one straight out of Arizona State's playbook, and Jalen Keys has a fresh set for the Hawkeyes.
Hey, shout out to the Sun Devils in the comeback route, man. Even though, it resulted in a pick last night, comeback route's still alive.
And we have entered the 4th quarter. Folks, don't touch that dial. We are going to have a spectacular ending here in New Orleans. 5 minutes separate the Hawkeyes from ending Georgia's undefeated season. He trips out to the left. Smith hands off at the middle of the Dole. Dole makes a cut. He has the first down. Easy pickings there. Georgia seemingly did not have anybody up in the box ready to make a play.
And we are seeing some shoe clock here from the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, I think they learned from their lesson, though. Now Georgia stacks the box. Smith. Play clock under 5. Got to snap it. Smith. Inside zone. No, they pull the option. He gets hit hard. He fumbles the football. And the offensive lineman jumps on it.
Oh, my goodness.
Hard hit. I think they're going to review if it was a fumble. I actually do think that was a fumble, though. I don't think he was down.
I think he lost it, Hail State. And that's one of the things, running with your quarterback, always dangerous. Seems like they are more prone to fumble. Yeah.
On 2nd and 8, you certainly don't want to have that happen again for Iowa. Play clock now draining. Trying to get every single second off of it. Dole makes some space. He gets down to the 27, 3rd and 2. Georgia needs a stop here desperately. Iowa just watching the play clock tick down. Box is stacked. Men are up close to the line of scrimmage. Play clock is under 5. Snap. Pressure. Quick throw. He caught it in front of the line, but they're going to mark him short.
Oh, wow. What, did he kick the field goal here, Hail State?
Weird little angle there. Vanderzee falling forward there. Seemingly could have caught it and ran, too. And 4th, I think you got to kick the field goal. Look at this. Look at the clock bleeding. You're going to give the ball back to him in the 2-minute warning in a 2-score game. If it's me, I'm kicking the field goal. Now, I don't know how comfortable DG is with this kicker. You know, every place kicker is different. That is certain. If he feels more confident he can get 2 yards, then get 2 yards. But I would kick the 3. But I think he's going to take some time to think about it. I think he's actually going to
He's going to call
take a
timeout.
timeout here. Yep, take timeout with 2:22 left on the clock.
I thought it was a really weird looking play on it. It looked like he kind of caught the ball close to the first down marker,
Yeah,
but
that was
they did
really
not
strange.
didn't give him forward
Kick
progress.
is centered. Georgia, can they come through and block the field goal? They will not even get through the line. Iowa boots it through, and it's a 2-score game.
Yeah, must score situation. I mean, needless to say, must score situation here. If you're the Dogs, probably want to try to score kind of quick, I would say.
As quick as possible. Yeah,
Yeah, time is not your friend right now.
you gotta push this ball. He's gonna come out in 5 wide, which is not a look we've seen from him today, I don't believe. Over dropping back, looking, good coverage downfield. Wilburn scrambling. Wilburn has some room. He's going to throw an aggressive ball or picks it off. The late decision, and it comes back to bite him, and the Hawkeyes take over.
Wow.
And Iowa, they can smell it now, can't they, AD? You could just feel the crowd rising to their feet. The Hawkeye faithful that made the trip down to Nolans this weekend are going to leave home happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's Dogs in a dire situation here.
Almost need to force some kind of turnover. And Dole is not going to let that happen. First down and more.
Twitchiness on that. I can't get over how twitchy that guy is, Allstate. He is just cutting on a dime.
2-minute warning. I think 1 first down would probably seal it. Stretch concept, Dole. He might just get it here. He's going to get the first. He gets pushed out of bounds, though, so he's going to have to get another first down.
Does go out of bounds there. Not ideal.
So that's a good job by Georgia to force him out of bounds there. Got to have something here. Inside zone split. Cut, and he's pulled down, and now here comes the timeout.
Yeah, you got to start using them.
Coach Slime immediately running over there. I think you got to lean on what you know here. Making a change here. A handoff to Dole. Up the middle, going nowhere. Timeout. Now on 3rd and 8. 8 yards, and the game is over. Georgia. The fans trying to will their team to a stop here. QB blast. Beautiful execution there by the interior line. Now Iowa sitting at 4th and 12, and they're just going to try to tack on 3 more. And they will boot it through the uprights, and good. Iowa extends the lead, 34-21. And now Georgia has a chance.
All hope is not lost, Allstate. We've seen crazier things happen in these playoff games. I mean, obviously you have to get an onside kick if you score, but yeah, as we've seen before, we have seen that happen. So
with all the speed on the field for the Dogs, it's always possible somebody's going to break free. They'll start off in Wildcat. Jet sweep. Oh my goodness gracious. He had some room there. I thought that if White Helton would have hit one of his signature, just shot out of there like a cannon moments, that would have been gone. But now they're going to motion it to the other side now, running some hurry up now. Gotta go tempo here. They'll toss it to him again. This time Iowa has a much better job getting out there to cover it. He'll stop him at the line. Now it'll bring up 3rd and 3, and Georgia going to huddle here. Got to go quickly here. This clock is ticking. On third and 3, Wilburn rolling
Yep.
out now. Wilburn going deep, and he can't get the ball to Marsh. Incomplete.
It looked like it was open. He just couldn't quite put it on the numbers. Threw it a little
Iowa can
behind.
stop them from getting 3 here. The ball game will officially be over. Bunch up to the right. Moving with the man out left, dropping back, looking over the middle, caught by Singleton. First down, UGA stays alive.
Good throw. That guy was the third option on that play.
UGA seemingly loving that little zig to the tight end. It was covered. Singleton streaking across the middle last second. And now that time it will be open. Harley out of bounds at the 28.
Damian Harley. Good looking tight end.
Empty set yet again now for Georgia. Quick throw up in the air. Caught by Helton, but it might have been better if he'd have just dropped it. Loss of 3 and the clock continues to roll.
Not what you want. No time.
That was probably a misclick if I had to guess.
I think it was, yeah.
Now clock rolling, under 30 seconds left. Wilburn making some changes. He'll drop back to throw. One-on-one shot. Marsh, he comes down with it, but it late hit jars the ball free. As Wilburn was also hit hard on that play. He came down with it, but the late DB coming in to break that up. Now,
Yeah,
some people who say that you should take your field goal at this point. I don't know. We'll leave it up to the analytics department.
He'd still be down by 10.
That. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He caught it.
What a catch! What a catch by Wright! And the Dogs have life. Greg Wright, the freshman, going up and getting it.
A miraculous throw to the end zone, Hail State. Now it all hinges on this onside kick. Can the Dogs come down with it?
How many times has a playoff game came down to an onside kick before? Let's see. Boot. Who gets on it? Iowa has a hand on it. They come down. They just got to go down, and they do. And the Hawkeyes have taken down the #1 overall seed. Georgia is perfect. No more. Arizona State gets shocked, and now Georgia, once again, the top 2. Some people think the top 2 teams in this league are out of the playoff. Oh, my goodness.
Now that just shows the unpredictability, Hail State, of these playoffs.
No such thing as an easy game in the GTR playoff. The Hawkeyes out of the Big Ten, and DJ has a signature win for his resume. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Player of the game is Orlando Smith. I would argue player of the game was Dole, but
for sure.
That's just me. We'll go down to the sideline. Coach DJ, talk me through it. Your guys come out, they execute the game plan well, and you just took down the #1 overall seed.
Oh my goodness. Hell of a win by this team. You know, a lot of us thought that we were just going to get blown out because of how good this Georgia team really is and how they just have a generational quarterback. But we had to prove them wrong. I think that this team, we understood their strengths. We wanted to take away what they usually do with the Wildcat and, all the QB runs and the jet actions and stuff like that. We just had to find ways to take that away. We let it like a couple ones slip out, but, this team played hard. I believe this is the best game that this team has ever played, and the fact that we just decided to beat the only undefeated team in the country, I mean, that's just huge. Really big win for this city, this state. I'm just super proud of this team.
I'll let AD ask some questions.
Coach DJ, congratulations on a huge win tonight, man. I guess talk to us. I guess I got a couple of questions. Talk to us about Dole, the senior running back, what he means to this team, and then talk to us about the rest of these playoffs and if you think that these Hawkeyes can go all the way.
I believe that this team can. I think if we just keep playing our cards right, we can definitely make it. But, I don't want to look ahead. I just want to focus on the next game. I don't want to focus on winning the Natty. I want to focus on winning the next game. And Brevin Dahl, I love that running back. I mean, you just give him a crease, he's just going to take it to the house. He's just a game changer. And it feels so nice to have a running QB that can pass and run and have a running back that can just get loose. I mean, that's just something you need. And then you got great playmakers on the field. We're really blessed with this talent. And, again, job's not finished because we got to get a rematch against either USC or Oregon, whoever wins that game. So we got to lock in and we got to finish this season strong.
We'll come back to you later on that, but we got to go down to Sauce here. Your undefeated run ends today. Speaking past the game, obviously, I know you're disappointed with the result. Talk to me about how this first season with the Dogs has gone. A lot of highs, obviously.
Yeah, good game to DJ. Definitely played well. We couldn't get a stop on defense, and we just threw some bad balls out there. They got picked, especially the one close to half. Yeah, we just needed to stop. Wilburn did his thing as usual on the ground. I thought we were doing well with the pace there. We just needed to stop before half and after half. Credit DJ, he played well. Great year for the Dogs. Disappointing we didn't get to the semis for the first time ever. So that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah, that's a wild stat to
Unfortunately.
think about. This is year 11, year 12 of the dynasty, and this is the first year ever that neither Sauce or AD will see the semifinals. That's a wild stat to think about. But I'll throw it over to AD if he wants to ask a question.
Big Slime, my man, tough loss tonight. But I definitely know the feelings and the emotions you're going through right now. I had them just last night, so I guess my question is, what do you tell the team in the locker room after a game like this, and what are you looking forward to in the off season?
Well, I mean, it's tremendously disappointing for the team. Really kind of lined up well for us there. We had a clear talent difference on the field, coaching wise. There was a clear difference there, not our way. We just get ready for the off season and dominate the transfer portal, get after the position changes and training, have some fun with that, and we'll try to do it again next year. I mean, that's about it. We're just gonna keep pumping it out, and if I decide to sweat a little bit on the field, maybe I could get another one.
Hey, we know you'll be back, man.
So Sauce, his run ends today, still looking for that first CFB 26 championship. But the Dogs are going to be back. I'm sure Wilburn's coming back, and I don't know how many other guys are returning, but there will be.
He's going straight to the league, buddy.
Oh, I didn't know he's a redshirt. I thought he was a true sophomore.
Yep.
But
Shout
I'm
out
sure
to him, though.
there'll be some. There'll be a new set of Dogs on the field next year. But back to DJ, back to Iowa. You spoke on it earlier. Oregon or USC sit on the other end of the bracket, waiting for you in the semis. What are you going to be looking for in that game?
Well, I gotta look for different stuff that they run. Obviously they're gonna adjust against me. We know one time I played Oregon, it was just defensive shootout. I'm expecting it to be a different outcome, obviously. And then USC, I'm expecting an offensive showdown. And given that Orlando Smith doesn't play terrible, doesn't overthrow his guy like 5 times that game to sell it, it should be a good game. So we just got to be ready, and we got to come up with a different scheme and just focus on this game.
All right. Well, if there's no one else has any words to say, I'll wrap us up. Iowa, shocking upset over UGA in the Sugar Bowl, and they'll move on to the semifinals. For AD, I'm Hail State saying so long, and we'll see you guys shortly probably for Mississippi State TCU. So have a good day, everybody.